Let him go. Hey, hey, hey. Let go.
Get out.
Get out. Coming into a private business like this?
Get out.
You're touching the federal agent.
I'm not
You are not a federal agent to begin with.
I'm not touching you.
Identify yourself.
It runs $20,000 a month without insurance. I make $800,
including type 1 diabetes. She's also a full-time caregiver for her daughter, who has cerebral palsy.
I just did some monthly budgeting, and it's in my best financial interest if I just died. That's it. Like, based on the numbers, my biggest money saving would be to stop existing. Rent is disrespectful. Groceries, robbery. Gas, I don't even know where it's going anymore. Do they use fake gasoline? Like, I filled up yesterday and somehow I'm on EO.
It's crazy. I know we're not Kirk County. I know we're not Kerrville. I know we're not San Angelo or San Antonio. But hell, we're human beings.
No tax on overtime. Promises made and promises not kept. I work in the oil field, and I pay $40,000 a year in overtime taxes. Whenever I was made the promise that I would not have to pay taxes on the overtime anymore, I believed in it. I looked forward to it. I believed in the big, beautiful bill. And then, finally, that bill goes through the Senate, goes through the House, and yesterday, on 4th of July, that bill is official. It passes. And then, I start looking into it, and I come to realize that out of the $40,000 that I'm paying a year, I'm only eligible to get $7,500 back. No tax on overtime. Promises made and promises not kept. I work in the oil field, and I pay $40,000 a year in overtime taxes. Most of my income comes from overtime, and whenever I was made the promise that I would not have to pay taxes on the overtime anymore, I believed in it. I looked forward to it. I believed in the big, beautiful bill. And then, finally, that bill goes through the Senate, goes through the House, and yesterday, on 4th of July, that bill is official. It passes. And then, I start looking into it, and I come to realize that out of the $40,000 that I'm paying a year, I'm only eligible to get $7,500 back. Not the entire 100% that I paid into. It's like having a pizza. Let's say I made a pizza and it's mine, and the government's telling me, okay, dude, you worked hard, that's your pizza. And then they decide to cut it into 5 equal slices and tell me, actually, you get to keep this one slice and we're gonna take the other 4, even though they promised that I was gonna get the whole thing. I am extremely disappointed, and promises were made, but promises were not kept.
calling for no tax on tips.
Does this tax bill continue the payroll tax on people's tips?
Yes, it does. No tax on overtime.
Overtime. The president said your overtime will be tax-free. Does this bill continue the payroll tax on overtime?
It does not exempt overtime from payroll tax. And no tax on Social Security benefits for our great seniors.
The president said it's going to remove taxes on Social Security. Does this bill remove taxes on Social Security benefits?
It's not changed.
So this is a tax decrease for the wealthiest Americans.
Oh my God, MAGA, man, it's gonna be a lot of videos of me going in on y'all for the next few months. Y'all really thought y'all was doing something with that no tax on tips, but have you read it? Have you read it? Cause see, I've been digging up in these streets, and that no tax on tips, guess when that sun sets, baby? 2028, meaning it is done in 2028. Let me read y'all a little something, because I know a lot of y'all don't take the time to read. So let's get into it. A Fox News reporter questioned this little senator right here, Mr. Mike Lawler, scorched after touting the GOP budget bill that they This is Fox going in on the questioning, folks. Let's see how this turned out for the no tax on tips, folks. Okay, come on in, y'all. All right, a Fox News reporter questioned Republican Rep. Mike Lawler of New York about the positives he sees in this big shitty bill. He touted the child tax credit, no tax on tips, and no tax on overtime. However, the Fox reporter, just like me, had enough of the bullshit and stopped him mid-sentence and asked and told him himself, from what I can see, those will expire in 2028, correct? Again, for those who might have a little hard time hearing, those will expire in 2028. It is 2025, July 2025. This year is almost over. Crumbs. Y'all trying to own motherfuckers for crumbs. Not even breadcrumbs. Dough crumbs. Those will expire in 2028, correct? Those provisions within the tax code. But that's normal.
Donald Trump is going to have a bad week, and his supporters are the reason as they are turning on him. Now, if you missed it, the Department of Justice has announced that there is no Epstein list and there's nothing more to be released. This case is essentially closed. Well, Trump supporters are saying no. You told us you had a list. You told us people would be accountable, and now we want to see it. And they've been talking about this for years. Trump supporters have been saying that once Trump gets back into office, people are going to be held accountable. And he agreed with it. He went along with it, and now they're saying there's nothing to see here. And it's not just anybody. It's people like world over. Heck, Michael Flynn has even called out Donald Trump. General Flynn is now calling out Trump. Donald Trump is going to have a very hard time, and it's likely to get past this. He is going to have to replace somebody, whether it's Bondi or whether it's Kash Patel, and put somebody else in, and then try to make up evidence or somehow get by this. But Trump is in it.
Oh my gosh, did y'all see all these Democrats getting arrested? Did y'all know that 1 out of 3 adult Americans have a criminal record?
But most of them didn't get charged with family violence, right?
This is crazy. I know we're not Kirk County. I know we're not Kerrville. I know we're not San Angelo or San Antonio. But hell, we're human beings. Help us. Give us what we need. We are a older community. A lot of our people don't have insurance. They don't have money. Kind of a forgotten community for Travis County. We're unincorporated. We are their unwanted stepchildren out here, unfortunately. We had no warning. Nobody notified us. 2:30 in the morning, people that could get out came to this parking lot. Nobody was here. No firefighters, no police, nobody. We did not see Travis County sheriffs until 10 o'clock the next morning when we're rolling through saying you all need to evacuate. I opened a TikTok page walking through HEB buying
is already on the brink of collapse, but the cuts to Medicaid and Medicare that Republicans have been pushing through the last 2 nights in the middle of the night will cause total chaos. My name is Lex. I'm a nurse. I am quite literally waiting to go inside for my shift this morning, but I really feel like everyone needs a little bit of context as to why this matters and why this is so catastrophic. These cuts, and the cuts are in total over $1 trillion to both Medicaid and Medicare, will cause sheer and utter chaos in our healthcare system. Now, they want to cut over $800 billion to Medicaid alone over the course of 10 years. What does that mean? So that's roughly 10% of Medicaid's budget. Every year, Medicaid has around $800 billion to spend. So if you cut $800 billion in 10 years, that's 10%. Medicaid is the largest reimbursement of nursing homes, okay? Without Medicaid, and any cuts to Medicaid means your grandma and grandpa and your parents are going to be neglected in their nursing homes. And I'm not saying that because the staff is at fault. I'm saying that because when budget is cut, nursing homes cut staff. Right now, today, as I'm making this video, nursing homes are already making nurses take care of 30 to 40 patients. We can't be everywhere at once. Those ratios are about to grow. So a 10% cut to Medicaid does mean that there will be massive neglect in our nursing homes. It also means that some nursing homes are going to shut down completely. And that means that the hospitals you and I rely on, every single hospital in this country is going to have a delay getting people out of the hospital. People are going to sit and wait for discharge because a lot of the folks that come into the hospitals need to discharge to nursing homes, whether it's for rehab or long-term care or whatever. That's not going to happen. They're already full. The nursing homes are already full. Now they're about to get their budget cut. We are not going to be able to move people out of these hospital beds, you guys. And that means catastrophic levels of delays in care for everyone else. I don't know how much clearer I can be. If there are no hospital beds, there are no hospital beds. That means no beds for your car accident. Sorry, you come in with a broken femur and a broken pelvis. If we don't have beds, we're not going to treat you in the parking lot. We legally can't do that. So this is going to affect everybody. Private doctor's offices who primarily take Medicaid patients, if you go to that doctor and you don't have Medicaid, if they shut down, does it matter? Does it matter? Simply put, the disabled and the elderly are going to die because of these cuts. And Republicans know that. They know that that's why they're doing these votes at 1 in the fucking morning. They know that only 15% of Americans, regardless of political belief, 15% support Medicaid cuts. That is one of the most unpopular policy positions in history. Not to mention all of the rural hospitals who will simply put shut down. A lot of these rural hospitals are almost completely reimbursed by Medicaid and Medicare. If they lose that money, they will shut down. A lot of them are already on the brink of shutting down as it is, which means that rural Americans, small town Americans, will have to drive hours to see a doctor. That means death. There's no other way to put this. So I hope that gives some context as to why every single person watching this video needs to be up their elected officials' assholes right now. You need to be calling and calling and calling, emailing. If you live in DC, go knock on that damn door. If you live near one of their offices in your congressional district, go knock on that damn door. We need to be in the streets. We need to be online talking about this. We need to be making as much noise as possible because our elderly deserve better, our disabled folks deserve better, and we deserve better.
So in this video, we are literally saying the MAGA voters are furious with this big, beautiful bill that has been passed in America. So what's going to happen? Well, right now they're literally recording themselves on social media platform complaining, saying that, you know, this is not what they voted for, this is not what they wanted. And literally you can see people are crying and you wonder what's going on. So the reality is this big beautiful bill going to help people in America? Some people already say it's already affecting them. Some people are saying it's fine. Other people are saying wait and see. But only time will tell. But the reality is the people who are going to be mostly affected, if you read through the bill, the people who are in the lower middle class and the lower, that is the poor, and also the homeless people. Because it's affecting the Medicaid, it's affecting the SNAP benefits, it's affecting the veterinary who are literally depending on the healthcare system and the Medicaid. There are people who literally are depending on Medicaid to get access, to be able to survive in America, in order to survive in their day-to-day activity. So with these budget cuts or on this in this sector where they're going to affect over 17 millions of Americans who are literally depending on this. And then you're hearing about public education, there's budget cut over there, so some schools are going to go private, and majority of the citizens cannot afford to pay private tuition. It's too expensive, because right now most people are saying because of the inflation. Economically right now Americans are struggling, especially the lower middle class and the lower, they're literally struggling to pay their bill. So it will reach a situation where it will force people to decide whether to choose between, in their budget that is, whether to forego one bill and pay another one because they cannot afford it. Some people might even decide, you know what, maybe our bill for food is around maybe $100, and of course the bill for electricity maybe it's like $50. So they'll be like, okay, should we forego the paying electricity bills so that we can afford to pay food so that we can feed our family, or should we pay the electricity bill and then of course in terms of food we spend less on food so that we can be able to, you know, to afford both basics needs. I mean, people have been going to be forced to make some difficult choices as time goes by, but this is what is they usually say far for season continuing, in terms of, you know, for each and every action you take, there's an equal reaction to it, and this is the result. So many people say that, you know what, if you vote for this administration, this is what's going to happen, and literally you're seeing it happening in day-to-day America. So who's to be blamed? Who is to blame? The people voted for it? Only time will tell. But the reality is Americans are going to suffer. Americans are facing some difficult times, especially people who are from the middle class, lower, and of course lower class. And of course people who stayed in the southern states, the rural area in America, those are the people who are going to be affected majority, because majority of them depend on these Medicaid cards and of course the SNAP benefits. They live in the rural areas. They're being told right now hospitals have already been closed, so them to have access to doctors, they'll have to travel miles and miles away. And then also you're being told, of course, public schools also are going to be affected. So what's going to happen, only time will tell. So let me know what you think about this bill. Is it good for the people? Of course, the ultra wealthy people, that is the millionaires and the billionaires, of course they're happy, they're okay. This bill is not affecting them. In fact, they've been added more money for them, and they're enjoying, they're laughing all the way to the bank. So next time when people are told please vote wisely, this is it. This is the time now you do your research. This is the time you know who you're voting for. This is the time you do what is necessary. Let me know what you think. Drop your comments and please subscribe to my channel.